Look at an illustration so you can see what the skeleton of an owl looks like. Okay? Take a look at the neck. Long, skinny. Now, this owl over here, Calabasas, her neck at the moment is snaked down like an S because she's relaxed. But she can stretch it out. She's also squatting, and she's fluffed up her tummy feathers over her legs so you can only see her feet. If she gets nervous and stretches out her legs and stretches out her neck, she is 3 feet tall. That's what you see when you encounter a wild great horn. You're like, I'm walking through the forest, it hears you coming and it's stretching out. By the time you notice, whoa, an owl, it's 3 feet tall and it's poofed out of its body. Your brain registers a 4 foot tall owl. You go home, you guys, I saw a 5 foot tall owl. Then you come to Evermore, you see a trained, squatting, relaxed owl with its neck snaked down. You're like, that thing's little, that's a tiny one. Well, this owl, this individual, is the biggest great horned owl in the state of Utah in captivity. Zoo, aviary, falconers, educators, wildlife rehabilitators, out of all the great horns in Utah in captivity, this individual is the biggest. And yet, if you've ever seen a wild great horn, I'm sure it looked bigger. Because it was stretched out, because it was wild, it wasn't relaxed, it wasn't trained. Okay? That's why. Take a look at what the skull looks like. This is, the lower beak isn't on there, but look, it's not round. It just looks like a hawk, doesn't it? Or then from the top, take a look at this. It's just sort of a triangle. So all that roundness is just the feathers. That's it. Okay? So underneath great horned owl, its basic structure is almost identical to a red-tailed hawk. If you skeleton to skeleton, they're pretty darn close. But feathers just throw us off. Now, owls see ultraviolet colors, and they have ultraviolet colors on them. This owl is actually fluorescent pink, fluorescent purple, and fluorescent orange, in addition to the colors you see. They see that on each other. If you want to see that, you have to shine a black light on her. It's eye-opening. You're like, oh, it's pink and purple. She's brighter than any parrot. And that's what they always see on each other. So if you buy one of those fake owls to scare songbirds away from your fruit tree, it doesn't usually work all that well. That's why. Because the songbirds are like, oh, it looks like an owl, but it's not pink and purple and orange. And that's why. They can tell. Because birds can see ultraviolet colors, and we can't. So kind of a neat little secret about owls that they're hiding. Well, Calabasas is the queen of the night, but also in the wild here. We have a pair of great horns that live in Evermore and they hunt, so keep your eyes open. They like to hunt over by the gates here. We hope you encounter them as you're wandering through Evermore tonight. If you see Jessica over here, she'll give you a wave. She's going to show you our exit.